The next morning, the sun broke through the overcast sky in weak, dusty beams. Jamal stepped out of the garage and scanned the street before motioning for Mike to follow. "There's a spot I want to hit," Jamal said, pulling on a thick, weathered jacket. "Old pawn shop on 9th. I left something there before the world went to hell. I want it back." Mike adjusted the strap on his pack. "Pawn shop, huh? You think it's still there? If it isn't, I'll know. But first, we have to get through the gate. You know how to get past those roll-down metal ones?" Mike gave a small nod, thinking, "Yeah. You'll need a cordless drill, a punch, and a hammer. You got those?" Jamal arched an eyebrow, impressed. "Yeah, I do." They packed light and moved out. The city was quiet. The kind of quiet that made you suspicious. No groans, no shuffling. Just the wind whispering through cracked windows and the occasional crow caw. They moved in silence, both alert, but relaxed enough to trade a few glances that said, "Not bad. Kid, and you move like you know what you're doing." By the time they reached the pawn shop, the block was still dead, literally and figuratively. The roll-down security gate was intact, but rusted and bent slightly inward near the bottom. Mike knelt down and went to work. He drilled out the side lock bracket, tapped out a few pins with the punch, then used the hammer to crack the housing. It didn't take long. "You've done this before," Jamal noted. "A couple times. Back when I thought looting was temporary." The gate rolled up with a groan, and Mike picked the door lock with a tension wrench from his kit. A minute later, they were in. Inside, the shop smelled like old metal and dust, but the store was surprisingly intact. Nothing seemed to be out of place, and the shelves were full. Behind the counter, hanging untouched on the wall, was what Jamal had come for, a katana, slim, elegant, and deadly. Its lacquered scabbard gleamed even in the dim light. Jamal stepped behind the counter, reached up, and took it down with both hands. He drew it halfway from the scabbard, testing the weight, then slid it back in with a practiced motion. His grip was firm, precise. Mike chuckled. "Damn. You look like Blade, the vampire hunter." Jamal stared at him for a second, then burst out laughing. A deep, hearty laugh that echoed through the silent pawn shop. "Let's get out of here," he said, still smiling, "before someone hears us." They left as quietly as they came, but Jamal's steps were just a little lighter than before.